Imagine for a moment the scent of a rose. Not just any rose, but the rose of your memory, perhaps from a childhood garden or a cherished bouquet. That rich, velvety fragrance, unmistakable and deeply comforting. Now, imagine that very scent, so familiar and reassuring, undergoing a subtle, almost imperceptible shift. Not because the rose is wilting or because your memory is playing tricks, but because something fundamental about its existence has changed. Something as profound as the very force that grounds us to this earth. It was 1998, a time when humanity was pushing the boundaries of space exploration, not just for grand discoveries of distant galaxies, but sometimes for something as intimate as a scent. In that year, an unlikely partnership blossomed between NASA, the vanguard of cosmic exploration, and the International Flavors and Fragrances, IFF, a global leader in the creation of scents and tastes. Their shared goal? To send a single rose, a delicate symbol of earthly beauty, into the harsh, silent embrace of microgravity. Their curiosity wasn't merely poetic, it was scientific and deeply practical. NASA, always seeking to understand the effects of space on life, wanted to observe how a living organism would behave. IFF, on the other hand, had a more singular, commercial goal. They hoped that by exposing the rose to microgravity, they might unlock a new, unique fragrance profile that could be captured and developed into a groundbreaking perfume. They literally aimed to bottle a scent from the stars. The chosen specimen was a miniature rose, carefully selected for its robust nature and distinct fragrance. It was placed within a specially designed chamber, protected from the extreme conditions of space, yet fully exposed to the weightless environment of the orbiting space shuttle, Discovery. For 10 days, this small, fragrant pioneer orbited Earth, a silent, living experiment thousands of miles above our heads. What they discovered upon its return was nothing short of remarkable, and perhaps a little counterintuitive. Up in the quiet hum of the space station, the rose, deprived of Earth's familiar pull, began to behave differently. To understand why its scent changed, we need to know what creates a rose's fragrance in the first place: volatile oils. These are the microscopic chemical compounds that evaporate into the air and carry the flower's signature fragrance, its very essence. When the rose was tested in space, it produced less of these precious volatile oils, and with that reduction, its fragrance, its very soul transformed. The familiar, rich bouquet we know here on Earth became something altogether new, a rose by a truly different scent. It wasn't a stronger scent or a weaker one, but an entirely different one, reshaped by the absence of gravity. It was a tangible demonstration of how even the most subtle of environmental shifts can profoundly alter the chemical processes within a living organism. This wasn't a failure, but a triumph of unexpected discovery. For IFF, whose business is literally built on understanding and crafting scents, this wasn't a setback, it was a revelation. The implications were profound. Microgravity didn't just alter physical forms, it reshaped chemical processes, even those as delicate as a floral scent profile. The vision of a truly novel fragrance was now within reach, born from the most extraordinary of circumstances. From this pioneering experiment, a new fragrance emerged. IFF, leveraging their findings, collaborated with Shiseido Cosmetics to create a perfume named Zen. Imagine a fragrance born not from a quiet garden on Earth, but from the silent, boundless expanse of space, from a rose that had journeyed beyond our atmosphere and returned with a new story to tell. It's a testament to the fact that innovation can bloom in the most unexpected of environments. One can only begin to ponder the research and development bill for this particular project, sending a rose to space for a perfume. It speaks to the incredible investment, the deep curiosity, and the unwavering belief in pushing the boundaries of what's possible, even in something as seemingly simple as scent. It highlights how even the most abstract scientific inquiry can lead to tangible, beautiful, and even commercial outcomes. This story, to me, is a beautiful illustration of how science often unfolds. You set out with a hypothesis, perhaps even a specific goal, but the true magic often lies in the unexpected detours, the surprising results that force you to reevaluate, to see the world, or in this case, a rose, with fresh eyes. It reminds us that even the most fundamental forces, like gravity, play a role in shaping the most intricate details of our sensory experiences. It highlights the interconnectedness of everything, how a change in something as grand as gravitational force can echo through something as small and delicate as the chemical composition of a flower's fragrance. It's a subtle yet profound testament to the complexity and wonder of our universe and indeed our own planet. So the next time you encounter the exquisite scent of a rose, perhaps take a moment to consider its journey, not just through the seasons, but perhaps through the silent void of space. Think of how a single shift in its environment, the removal of gravity's gentle embrace, could rewrite its very essence, giving birth to a new fragrance, a new interpretation of beauty. The story of the space rose and the Zen perfume is a reminder that discovery isn't always about grand explosions or distant stars. Sometimes it's about the quiet transformation of something familiar, revealing new depths and possibilities. It's about how even a rose by a different scent remains utterly captivating. What are your thoughts on this unexpected cosmic collaboration? Have you ever noticed how environmental changes affect something as subtle as a scent or flavor? Share your reflections in the comments below. We love hearing your perspectives and continuing these thoughtful conversations. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unexpected corners of science and scent, please consider following for more stories that explore the wonders around us.